In Thailand, there is a light-hearted perception that the Philippine people are exceptionally talented in singing. Is that true? And what else do you have to share?
I think it's a fact that a lot of Filipinos really love singing. You know, we sing while we do things. We sing while we work. We sing while we clean. We just like singing. We are just musical people. So it's been said that the Filipinos are born not crying but singing.
Okay.
So yeah, Filipinos have this knack for singing and dancing. We sing in parties. We sing in gatherings, all kinds of gatherings. We sing even in the car to while away time. If traffic is so heavy, then singing makes it shorter. Singing makes traffic bearable. Singing makes life more bearable. So yeah, it's just so happened that we are a happy people. We have a happy culture. And it's something that has resonated to the rest of the world. And I'm happy that the world has noticed.
So I believe the Filipino culture is a very vibrant one.
Yes, correct.
ฟิลิปปินส์และประเทศไทยถึงแม้ว่าจะไม่ได้เป็นประเทศเพื่อนบ้านกันแต่ว่าก็มีความใกล้ชิดกันมากนะครับวันนี้ผมและทีม The Matter มาอยู่กันที่ทำเนียบของเอกอัครราชทูตฟิลิปปินส์ประจำประเทศไทยครับท่านทูต Millicent Cruz Paredes เดี๋ยวเราไปพูดคุยกันในหลากหลายประเด็นเลยครับโดยเฉพาะในเรื่องของวัฒนธรรมบาสเกตบอลนางงามและอีกต่างๆมากมายเดี๋ยวไปพูดคุยพร้อมๆกันเลยครับ Ambassador, it's a great honor for me to be here today, and we're going to be discussing so many things in the cultural aspects of the Philippines, as well as the policies in the Philippines, as well as our cooperation. First of all, you've been here for 3 or 4 years now. How has your time been in Thailand so far? What similarities or differences in the cultural aspects have you noticed in Thailand?
Okay, I've been here for 4 years already. I arrived 4th of November 2020 at the height of pandemic. And at that time, that was still the time when travel was very much restricted. And of course, that was such a surreal experience. But I have enjoyed myself here in Bangkok. You know, we are very close, Philippines and Thailand, very close to each other. We even look alike. We are always mistaken for each other. I'm always being mistaken for Thai. And when you go to the Philippines, I'm sure you would be mistaken for a Filipino. So we have very close values with each other. We are welcoming people. We are warm people. We smile. We laugh a lot. We love life. We have this hospitality culture. Even in our food, we have a lot of similarities. How we treat other nationalities, there's so much similarities.
In general, Filipino culture is often also described as one in which East meets West.
Correct.
How would you best characterize this cultural blend, and how does it manifest in the everyday lives in the Philippines?
It has been said that historically, the Philippines had been under Spanish rule for 300, almost 400 years. So that is a big influence in our overall culture. And then we were also colonized by the US for almost 50 years until the end of the Second World War. So again, that is also a big influence. So it's been said we were almost under the rule of almost 400 years in a Spanish convent and almost 50 years in Hollywood. So that's the influence we have. And of course, we are situated in ASEAN. And so our Malay and even Chinese influence are also evident in the way we are now, in our culture, in the way we live our lives, in the way we present ourselves to the rest of the world.
And they are also noted for their enthusiasm regarding beauty pageantry.
Okay.
So far, I understand that there are 4 Miss Universe
Yes.
title holders coming from the Philippines. Could you comment on this enthusiasm and how does it reflect the broader character of the Filipino people?
So it has been said also that in the Philippines, traffic will stop on only 2 occasions. Number 1 is when Manny Pacquiao has a fight, and number 2 is when it's Miss Universe time. So yes, we have a lot of enthusiasm for Miss Universe. We are proud to be the holder of the title for 4 different times, 4 different occasions. The first one being in 1969 with Miss Gloria Diaz. The second one is 1973 with Miss Margie Moran. The next one is Pia Wurtzbach in 2015. And then the last one, Catriona Gray, in 2018, won the title here in Bangkok, Thailand.
Basketball is also a big part in the Philippines. How does it contribute to creating a sense of community among Filipinos?
So we would like to say that basketball is sort of the national sport of the Philippines. A lot of people, a lot of not only men, but even girls and women are into basketball. So children would start playing basketball at a very young age because we put up the villages, the communities themselves, put up makeshift basketball courts all over the Philippines. So anywhere you go, the barangays, which is the basic unit of the Filipino community, barangays all over the Philippines would have basketball courts all over. Our town plazas will not be complete without a basketball court, because that is our way, of whiling time away, of being close to our community. It's a sport that would make people healthy, take them away from vices.
And as for tourism, could you recommend some of the most significant festivals in the Philippines and how do they reflect the country's cultural heritage?
First, I would like to discuss big festival that happens January. So in January, we have a celebration of the infant Jesus. We are a predominantly Catholic country, so we celebrate the infant Jesus, which we call Santo Niño, which is also Spanish, Santo Niño, infant Jesus. And then another festival that I would like to mention is the Panagbenga Festival of Baguio City. Baguio is a mountain city, of course, being a cooler in climate. Flowers grow very well in Baguio, so they have this flower festival called Panagbenga. But the most significant festival, I think, that the Filipinos would celebrate is Christmas, again, because we are predominantly a Christian nation. So Christmas would unofficially start in September. The moment, September, yes, because it rhymes with December. So the moment September hits, there would already be Christmas carols playing in the malls, Christmas decorations all over. So it's been said that the Filipinos celebrate the longest Christmas because we celebrate from the beginning of September until late January even, maybe until the next festival, which is Valentine's. When it hits, then our Christmas would end. So we are very proud of our different festivals of the Philippines. We are the Fiesta Islands of Southeast Asia because of this penchant of ours to always be in a fiesta mood.
Mm-hmm. And so diverse.
Yes, correct.
Let's talk a bit about education. Mm-hmm. So I understand the Filipino teachers have made significant contributions to Thai schools over the years. Could you elaborate on the strategies or methods employed in the Philippines to equip teachers with exceptional language skills particularly in English, and how does the government of the Philippines support and promote education more broadly?
The Filipino population here in Thailand is close to 40,000, and around 70% of that would be English teachers all over Thailand, in public schools, in private schools, international schools. I have met a lot of Thai officials and Thai friends who would tell me that they learned their English from a Filipino teacher. So you see, in the Philippines, our education is based on the American curriculum. So from kindergarten, we have always been taught in English. And then we also have a separate subject of English from grade 1 until high school. There's always an English subject. So our official language is Filipino, but another official language is English. All our business transactions are done in English. So that is how much English is ingrained in the Filipino culture. And I am proud of our Filipino teachers here in Thailand. As a matter of fact, every time I would go around the country and call on governors, call on local officials, I would always thank them first for taking care of Filipino workers here, especially English teachers. And at the same time, I would express how proud I am, how Filipino teachers are contributing to the education of Thai children, and how the Filipino workers are contributing to the overall development of Thailand as a nation.
As a female ambassador and as a female diplomat, have you ever had challenges being posted abroad?
Correct. I have a lot of challenges, you know. I would like to think diplomacy is still a male-dominated profession. Here in Thailand, you know, we are, around 16 female ambassadors out of 80-something. So we are very much a minority. But we are very close to each other. We are more organized. We travel together. We share information. We share network. We also share even things like, tailor, hairdresser, dressmaker, things like that. So it makes it easier, I think, for incoming female ambassadors to land in Bangkok because we already have this organized group that's welcoming, and we try to help each other. So as a female diplomat, it's also a challenge to try to strike a work-life balance. So for example, for me, in my entire career, I only had 2 foreign postings. This is my only second foreign posting, because when I had my first posting towards the end, at that time I had only 2 children. I now have 3. So I saw, when we were being recalled, I saw how my 2 children cried with our neighbors, with the teachers, with the classmates. So I told my husband, we should not uproot our children periodically. So for the next 12 years, I stayed in Manila. So every now and then they would visit here, or I would visit there. It's a very short flight, just 3 hours. So it makes it easier that I am in a post that's easily accessible.
As an ambassador to Thailand, could you share with us your work that you've been doing here, as well as your proud moments in your career?
I am both the ambassador of the Philippines to the Kingdom of Thailand, and also the permanent representative of the Philippines to UN ESCAP. So in that aspect, I have both the bilateral side of diplomacy and also the multilateral side of diplomacy. Philippines and Thailand are very close to each other. We are members of ASEAN. We are members of APEC. So, of course, we are members of the UN. So, both bilaterally and multilaterally, we are very much coordinated, and we have very close cooperation. So, we celebrated a big reception to commemorate our 75 years of friendship. So yeah, it was a proud moment for me because there were a lot of people who witnessed how close we are, how we celebrate a milestone anniversary.
Let's wrap up the interview with this last question about cooperation between our two countries, which you mentioned earlier. We are celebrating the 75th year of diplomatic relations. Could you share with us some key areas of cooperation between our two countries that have significantly impacted the lives of the people?
So we have very close economic cooperation. Thailand is the Philippines' seventh largest trading partner with the value of close to $11 billion. And I think there's still a lot of space for improvement. So our business people are renewing ties, trying to get closer. And so we are arranging for a closer cooperation, business to business. And also in terms of tourism, another area that I think we could still very much improve on. So tourism, there are about 400,000 Filipinos who came to Thailand last year versus around just 40,000 Thais going to the Philippines. So you could see it's very much skewed in favor of Thailand. So this is something we would like to work on because Philippines also has a lot of things to offer, not only to Thais, but to the rest of the world. We have around more than 7,600 islands, each one offering its own culture, its own character, its own very unique offerings. So I think these are the things that are awaiting to be discovered in the Philippines. And I would like to invite all Thais to come to the Philippines. Not only Thais, but also the expat community here. You have a large expat community here. So the Philippines is just about 3 hours away from Thailand, so very, very accessible. So I hope to be able to entice more tourists and for more people to experience what the Philippines has to offer.
Yeah.